Hi there, Kevin Marciniak with RE/MAX. Today I want to talk to you about keeping your home purchase on track. How important these 5 tips I'm going to give you are, for keeping your home purchase on track. Hope everybody made it out of the snow here in Wisconsin. We got some record snowfalls, and I got to tell you, I am sore, and I'll put a couple pictures up here in a second, and you can see what we had to deal with. One of the pictures you're going to see, it was my house, my street actually, and it was just crazy. So I hope everybody stayed safe from the storm, and they're all done plowing or shoveling your way out. But again, huge storm. Let's get on here with my points here. First point I want to make is, number one, when you go to get pre-approved and you do your mortgage application, how very important it is that you don't falsify any information. Well, number one, they're going to check into that information that you give them. Number two, it's against the law to falsify information, especially with a loan app. And number three, to give you an idea of what you can really truly afford and what program you do fit into, whether you're going to own or occupy it, non-owner occupy it. That's all very important. And again, tip number one, don't falsify your information on your mortgage application. That's going to be huge, where we don't spend money and get to a point and say, oh, well, this is wrong and this is wrong. So that's tip number one I want to give you. Tip number two is hold off on any big purchases. We got the Super Bowl coming up this coming week here, and don't go out and buy that 60-inch brand new LED TV they have on sale. Even though it is a sale price, you don't want to make any big purchases. Don't buy a brand new car before you decide to own a home. That's only gonna affect on what you can afford. Banks don't like to see a big purchase made before a home. So again, I know the Super Packers are in the Super Bowl, but don't make that huge purchase. Tip number three, pretty simple. Keep your job. You're not going to be able to qualify for a loan if you don't have a job. You might be on Social Security income, and that's a different story. But as far as having a job, make sure you keep it. Don't try to do any job transfers. In other words, don't try to find a new job while you're going through this pre-approval process. Wait till after the closing. So very simple, keep your job. And as we all know, if we're good at what we do, that shouldn't be any issue. Tip number 4 is meet your contingencies. In the offer to purchase, you got a couple of contingencies. Most of your main ones is being earnest money. Typically, it's about 3 days for that. Number 2 is going to be inspection. Typically, about 10 days for the inspection. Financing contingency, 30 to 45 days right now for financing contingency. Those are your main contingencies in the offer. And then obviously, that's tip number 4. Obviously, number 5, consider closing is immovable. In other words, when we have a closing date set up, you don't want to be going back to that seller and asking them to postpone closing. You don't want to be going back to the bank and saying, no, I need a couple extra days. Number one, the bank usually has a per diem built in. In other words, if you don't close on that specific date on or before what you wrote in the contract, which everybody accepted, that they will charge you per diem. And typically it's about $150 per day if you don't close on that day. So again, closing date, once it's set in stone, we and you want to follow along and make sure we do close it on time. So that's my 5 tips of the day, keeping your home purchase on track. If you have any questions or if you want some more information, please feel free to email me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and I'd love to talk to you about how I can find a home for you and get you a great price on it. My name's Kevin Marciniak. Again, 414-604-1384. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye now.